Hello, students. Today we are going to do a very interesting and beautiful poem by John Keats, and the name is Ode to Autumn. Keats was the youngest of the Romantic poets. He was a poet of negative capability, which denotes a condition of mind in which the sense of self is lost. The poet's personality merges in the thing he contemplates. All his poetry is spontaneous, and his works are an expression of intense emotion. The most obvious characteristic of Keats's poetry is richness and abundant sensuousness. As remarked by a critic, Keats's poetry is a feast of five senses. His works are at the zenith of imagination. They are a quest of a curious mind with intense emotion and spontaneous expression. Introduction to the ode. Unlike the usual dull treatment of the autumn, the poet in this poem reveals the charming and the beautiful side of the season of mist, the rich beauty of nature, the blooming flowers, the fruits full of juices, and the plump nuts are all bliss of God to autumn. Autumn is personified as a farmer, a reaper, a gleaner, putting forth the atmosphere of joy and satisfaction the season brings. The music of the autumn season is in itself unique and charming. Thus, the poet opens the autumn and he says that the autumn is not the season of death and decay and melancholy, but of happiness and rich luxury. Explanation of the poem. In the first stanza, the poem opens an exquisite pictorial quality. Autumn conspires with the sun to ripen the fruits and vines. The apples get laden with juice to the core, and they bow the cottage hatch. The warmth of the sun combined with mist of autumn swell the gourd, plumb the hazel with sweet kernel, and fill the flowers with nectar over the brim, so that the bees feel that the summer will never come to an end. Now the poet has personified autumn as a farmer and a reaper and many more personalities. Now in the first stanza, the autumn season is called a close bosom friend of the maturing sun. So here the autumn season and the sun both are personified. The poet says that they are conspiring. Conspiring means that they are both planning how to load and fill the fruits and the vines with juice in the autumn season. All the fruits are swollen, they are filled with juice and with a sweet kernel. And the flowers, they are full of nectar, and the bees think that the summer season is still continuing, and that is why he says that the bees think that the warm days will never come to an end. In the second stanza, the poet is personifying the autumn season as a farmer sitting on a granary floor, completely satisfied with the harvest. His hair are slightly lifted with the soft winnowing wind. So what is winnowing? Winnowing is actually the task of separating the husk from the grains. And when the wind blows, the husk is fallen down and the grains are left. So this air is blowing, and the farmer's hair are blowing in this sweet wind. The autumn can also be seen on the field, sleeping amid the half-reaped furrows, intoxicated with the odor of the poppies. Now, poppies is actually the bud of the opium. And the farmer, when he is cutting the crop, he is so intoxicated with the smell of the poppies that he cannot take it anymore, and he goes to sleep and therefore leaves the half-reaped furrows. Then one can also witness the farmer to be a gleaner, balancing herself, crossing a brook, patiently looking at last oozing drops by a cider press. So in the second stanza, the poet talks about the different works of a farmer and personifies the autumn season as the farmer, gleaner, winnower, and also a person who is taking out the juice from the fruits. Now, in the third stanza, the poet talks about the songs and the music of the autumn season. Normally, the people would feel that the autumn season is full of sorrowful music, but the poet says that it is not a sorrowful music. The spring season has its music, which is full of life, which is full of energy, and the autumn season also has its own music. The music is of the gnats, which are groaning, emitting out a sound, and at the time of the afternoon or the evening, when the sun is setting in the west, and the stubble plain means the plains from which the crop has been cut and only the stubbles have left, and this plain is covered with a rosy color, a red color of the dying day. At that time, in a wailful choir means in a sorrowful group music, the gnats are moaning near the river sallows. Near the river sallows means from on the banks of the river, borne aloft or sinking as the light wind lives or dies. And while these gnats are groaning, they rise and sink as the air starts blowing, the breeze starts blowing, the gnats are risen, and as this wind starts, like stops, these gnats come down. The bleating of the lambs, the singing of the grasshoppers, the whistling of the red-breasted bird, and the twittering swallows combine into a choir, generating a unique and a mesmerizing music of the autumn season, which is though not similar to that of spring, but is in no way less charming. We have a lot of literary terms used in this poem. First is the personification of the autumn and the sun. There is alliteration where you say fill all fruits. There is a simile where the autumn is compared to a gleaner crossing a brook. Lambs bleating, redbreast whistling, swallows twitter. The poet has described the liveliness of the autumn through living personification. The poem shows Keats in a rich mood of serenity. Now, Keats wrote the poem in Greek spirit and in a Greek way of writing. It is classical in its true sense of the word. Graphical description of the season with all its richness is being depicted. After going through the ode, one may conclude that this ode is unique in its rounded perfection and felicity of loveliness. Here Keats is faultless in his art and workmanship. He expresses beautifully the mellow ripeness of the atmosphere. All the fruits, nuts are filled with juice to the core and are bowed. The poet enlivens the autumn by personifying it using human images. Farmer, gleaner are used to put forth the aura of satisfaction and contentment which the autumn brings with itself. The poem shows Keats as a poetic artist. His pictorial power, his economy of expression, his classical restraint, his sense of proportion and grave and solemn music is unsurpassed. In no other poem does his direct tone of nature find a better and a fuller expression. Thank you.